Okay, I'm live. We got Smackdown going on the other television. So I will keep an eye on that and see how this streaming thing works out this evening as we're going along. Okay. We got Brock Lesnar going, doing the stuff. He talked about Roman Reigns a little bit. And now, let me see if I can get this microphone better situated here for me. And I was just waiting in the waiting room, in the locker room, in the whatever room, the green room as it's called in talk show land, and waiting to see who shows up. And now I got a promo for Ronda Rousey, and my girl's going to be coming out. And who's my girl? Charlotte. That's right. So I'm looking forward to this one. And if you're joining me on Twitch, thank you. If you're joining me on YouTube, thank you. Those are two platforms I'm streaming live on right now, just to see how this is going to work out and how it all works as we go along here. And all right. Yeah. This is what do you, I don't even know what they call this guy, but I don't like him at all. I don't get it. I don't get him. I don't get this guy. Don't understand him.
I don't get it. I don't get him.
Huh?
I don't get this guy.
And Rick Boogs. Boogs. I so much liked. Okay, I'm going drawing a blank right now. So much like Elias, 1,000 times better than this guy. I don't know. I don't get his gimmick at all. I don't get it. So, but hey, that's the way it goes. Right now, and now he just introduced Shinsuke Nakamura, who they did quite a bit on theirs. I don't like him either. At announcer, what's his name? Pat McAfee, is that it? God, he is such a putz. I'm sorry, but he is. I don't like the way he calls anything. I don't like his style, his gimmick. Oh my gosh. Shinsuke had the potential to be something extraordinary, but they blew it with him big time. Now have him with this Boggs guy. Boogie Bog. Something like that. Whatever it is. It's kind of not so. I just don't care for the guy. Okay, now match flow. Now to go into a commercial. All right. So I have been for those just joining, just tuning in, I have been a WWE fan for a long time. And now they're going from 2 weeks ago, doing a preview from 2 weeks ago. And okay, so I was listening to something the other day about wrestling, and what I could not understand is, and I agree with him with the talk show I was listening to. What I cannot understand why the WWE is doing this. They are like not the how do I want to phrase this? The build up to WrestleMania just isn't the same. It just doesn't feel right. And the guy in the show I was listening to said the same thing. He says, I didn't know if WrestleMania was this week, next week, the following week. I just haven't been excited for WrestleMania. And you know what? After he talked about that, I thought the same thing. I'm not too excited about it. I mean, I'm going to watch it, and I'm glad it's going to be on. I just don't know who's all wrestling. I guess WrestleMania, they got this Nakamura and Boogs going to be taking on the Usos. I didn't know that until just now. And I watch this every week. It just shows how. Okay, well, I guess that's not going to be WrestleMania because it's happening now live. Okay, so there you go. I'm just flabbergasted on how or why they're doing it. Why like this? Jimmy Uso. Oh, okay. So I guess I was wrong once again. It is going to be a tag team match at WrestleMania with those guys, and tonight's a singles match. So we'll go that way. All right. In other matches, of course, Brock Lesnar is taking on Roman Reigns, of course. Um, my girl Charlotte taking on Ronda. Yeah. And the Miz and that other goofball entertainer guy is taking on Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Dominic has some potential. He's got to get him into the right gimmick. Um, and I'm glad Ray's there to help him because I think they would have really screwed him up if Ray wasn't there to help his son and aim him in the right direction at least. I wish the Miz wouldn't be with that goofball guy. We had too many celebrities going on at WrestleMania, and that just degrades it, if you will. Yeah, I know they have 2 days now. They have to fill up a whole bunch of time, but they have plenty of talent on the roster where they can do it without getting all these idiots coming in from Hollywood, like that Pat McAfee guy, the announcer. Gosh, that's a waste. And the guy he's taking on, Austin Theory. I don't like Austin Theory at all. If you're watching this, you're probably thinking, Andrew, do you like anything about professional wrestling? It making it hard for me to like anything about it. Because I like Charlotte. I think she's going to put on one heck of a show. I think Dolph Ziggler is great, and I think they brought him down to the NXT to help out the new guys, to help build them up a little bit, because I think Dolph didn't get what he deserved, getting the pushes that he deserved. I don't like the fact that Cody is going back. I think Cody was a better fit in AEW. I think him and Brandy could have been one of the best heels ever if they would have just done it slightly different, and they were primed to do it. All right, but so forget A&E. We're talking WWE. So, all that being said, I don't know why I'm yawning so much tonight. I really don't know why I'm yawning so much tonight, but I am. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what other matches is it? The Miz. You got the big time Bex taking on the chick with the hair. What's her name? Um, Not Alicia. What the heck's her? I am just I'm just not on it right now. You know what? Here, let me do this. Let me go log on and say WrestleMania card. Okay. Here's what we got so far coming up. All right, WrestleMania matches, dates, rumors. Okay, here we go. All right. Bianca Belair. There we go. Okay. Start time is 8 p.m. Eastern time on April the 3rd. Ooh, okay. So, how to watch. What are the matches? Night one, Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. Okay. Becky Lynch and Bianca got both women's championships on the same night. Stone Cold going up against Kevin Owens. I guess it's going to be a Kevin KO show. And we all know he's going to get his butt beat. He's going to get his ass beat on that show. He's going to get stunned, and Austin's going to drink beers because, of course, Austin, they're not going to bring Austin in to do any kind of job. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. That's just what it is. I said Ray and Dominic Mysterio take on the Miz and Logan Paul. God, Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. Drew has what it takes for the main event. Why they're bringing him down, I don't know. And his Happy Corbin gimmick, when he was the lone wolf, he was fantastic. Now this Happy Corbin, that is the dumbest thing. The Usos, I said Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. All right, night 2. Brock versus Roman. Yeah, okay, that's a good build up. Edge versus AJ Styles should be the match of the night, the match of the weekend. It should be. Two of the AJ is probably the best performer you have right now. Edge is one of the classics all time. They're going to be great. Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn. That's dumb. If anybody is going to pop for that one, I don't even know if it's called Mark or Mark Out. I don't know which one it is, but that's going to be dumb. Johnny Knoxville shouldn't be. It's an all time low for WWE to have Johnny Knoxville on there. All right. Pat McAfee, Austin Theory, same. You can flip flop those two for me, and it's you can say the same thing about him. On freaking believable. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy for the Raw Tag Team Champion and Triple Threat. Not a big fan of the Street Profits. Alpha Academy. I like Otis, but I liked him a lot better with Heavy Machinery. I thought that was a great tag team. I don't know why they got rid of it, but it was fantastic. RK Bro, I like both guys. I shouldn't say that. I like Randy Orton. The pothead dude, I don't care for him much, and I don't like the whole idea of having the potheads. All right. All right. Now, unknown matches Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalia and Shayna Baszler. I tell you what, if they were smart, they put the belt on Natalia and Shayna Baszler. Shayna is a badass. Shayna is the goods. She is it. And with Natalie there, with her Natalia, to help her out, to keep everything professional and know the business, that team will be great if they decide to pull the trigger on that one. Shayna is the goods. Queen Zelina is pathetic. Carmella is just nice to look at. Boy, she's nice to look at. Sasha's the other one. Oh, mercy. Naomi, it's just too cartoonish for me. She has good ability, but just too cartoonish. Rhea Ripley, I don't get that at all. Don't get it. Don't get her at all. And Liv Morgan teaming up with the wrong person. Liv has what it takes as well. Why they're putting her like that is beyond me. Anyway, getting back to the match here, we got Jimmy Uso, I do believe it is, taking on Shinsuke. My prediction on this one is going to be Shinsuke for the win, because Jay's going to do something, and Bugs is going to get in there, and it's going to be a cluster F, and they're going to go from there. But that's my prediction of what's going on right now, and we'll see what's going on there. Oh, I gotta type something into somebody here. Wait a second here. Smackdown. All right, commercial break. Okay. Going to commercial break. Yeah, I just seen a meme. I know it's not wrestling related, but I just saw a meme about people bitching about the gas being so high, which I'm one of the bitchers. But these are the same people that will spend a $5 to get a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Are you freaking kidding me? It's a cup of coffee, and they have the cafe latte at Starbucks. Did you know? And my mother always told me this. We have a laugh when she tells me this. My mother grew up in Italy in a very little means of income, her and her family. And what the poor people, as she always puts it, the poor people for breakfast, they drink cafe latte, which is cafe latte. That was the poor person's drink. Now at Starbucks, you're paying $5, $6 for it. It is coffee and milk, for crying out loud. Get a can of coffee and a thing of milk, and it's going to cost you less, and you can have a whole lot more. All right, so quit bitching about the $4 and $5 a gallon of gas. If you're getting the $5 cup of coffee and milk, for crying out loud, holy crikeys! And I bitch about the gas prices, but I also don't get the $5 cup of coffee. I met somebody at a coffee shop the other day. In full disclosure, and I don't like to go into any kind of coffee shop, and it wasn't my place to meet. The other guy requested this place. I don't like to go into a facility and not order anything. I don't think it's right. If I'm going to take up a seat, I better order something. So I just got a black cup of coffee, $4. I looked at the guy, I said, "It's just coffee." He goes, "Yes, that's it. It's $4 here." Like, are you freaking kidding me? I said, "Give me some whiskey or something to put in it." Wow, unbelievable. But yeah, if you're gonna bitch about four, five, $6 a gallon gas, do not buy that kind of coffee. All right, simple as that. God, I can go all day about that one. Okay, let's see what else here. Back to the match. Shinsuke is doing the stuff. What is that? Shinsuke is up, and just like I said, Usos got involved on the outside, of course. And now Jimmy Uso's on the inside. Shinsuke's back is towards him. And what's going to happen here? Super kick. There you go. One, two. No, he got his arm up. Okay. Simple as that. Right here. The plan backfired. They say Jay is upset. Of course he is. The plan backfired. Uh-oh. Now they got Boogs' guitar. Oh. Okay, Boogs threw him against the pole. Oh, and Shinsuke kicks him in the head. And go for twin. One, two, three. I told you. Shinsuke's going to win it. I called it. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pat McAfee here. Oh, this was classic. I thought they did it out on they're going they're replaying Raw or doing the highlights on Raw. And at beginning, Stone Cold's music hit, and out comes Kevin Owens with a skin cap on or whatever they call it, and like for make his head bald, and he pretended like he was Stone Cold. Watching the reaction of some of the fans was great. Now, I don't know if they advertised Stone Cold being there. If they did, that was pretty shitty on the WWE to advertise Stone Cold being there, then not producing. But if they didn't, this was great. This was fantastic. And the crowd going, he does this spiel for a while. KO does. And people start chanting, "We want Austin, we want Austin." All of a sudden, Austin's music hits, and the crowd goes nuts. And we're waiting for Stone Cold, and no Stone Cold, and they got fooled again. That was great. Fantastic. KO fooled him twice. It was fantastic. Once again, if the WWE advertised that Austin would be there, that was pretty shitty on for him. If they did not, and now they have the stagehand throwing him a beer. It was so funny because he threw the beer and KO purposely missed them. So now he's getting the stagehand to come up there and give him a beer, hand it to him. Everybody knew this was coming. Obviously, that stagehand is an indie wrestler, but it was so funny. And I thought KO did a marvelous job. And yes, I am a KO fan, but yes, he is going to get his butt kicked on at Mania. Oh, absolutely, he is. He may get in a lick. That's about the extent of it. Okay, here. Okay, now they're interviewing Drew McIntyre again. They put him with Happy Corbin. If it wasn't Happy Corbin, it'd be all right. If it was the Lone Wolf uh, Corbin, it'd be great. But this is God. They're going through a vignette with Happy Corbin. It is pathetic. Hey, Rob. Did you miss much? Not really. You missed Shinsuke taking on Jimmy Uso. That's about it. And Brock is waiting on what the heck? He's waiting in the green room, so to speak, waiting for Reigns to get there. So there you go. I do not like this Happy Corbin guy at all. Not at all. So, hey, dude, if you want to join me live, you can come on live. I'm just here reviewing it a little bit, and wasn't going to stay on much longer, but I'm here. If you want to come on live, let me know. I'll send you the link. But if you got other things to do, I completely understand. You're a busy guy. You got all kinds of stuff happening. So you're watching this via YouTube, yeah? 'Cause I'm streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch. Yeah. And now Drew's going to come out. Okay. No, Sheamus is coming out. Sheamus doesn't even have a match. Wait a second. Does Sheamus even have a match? Sheamus doesn't even have a match on WrestleMania. Okay, let me send you the link here, my friend. Let me get to it here. Oops, it's over here. All right. Invite clipboard. I sent it to you via your Facebook page. So we don't have a whole lot of people coming on here. You know what? Heck with it. I'll put it here. That's fine. Link to join me. Link to join me live. There you go. And join me live. Come on over and we'll chit chat. Yeah, I get the hat in my eye, so sorry about that. Yeah, we can talk WrestleMania and stuff because I will definitely not be broadcasting live via WrestleMania because I'll be watching that in my big screen TV, which is in the other room. So I will not be doing any kind of live streaming during WrestleMania. There he is. All right.
Hey, Andrew.
There he is. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn your thing off here.
Yeah, let me do one thing here with mine as well. Do that. I should probably hear you. There you are. Okay.
I don't know if I haven't really been watching WWE as much.
How come?
I've been busy.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on, which is cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's cutting out on me now too. I'm watching this, so I have like my HD home run, which is like an over-the-air tuner. So I
Okay.
have that in the side screen here, but it's cutting out on me. But it's also that's the channel. I get Fox on a few different stations in my area.
Okay.
So I'll tune into another channel. It's on a commercial now. Yeah,
Okay.
Sheamus has like a posse now, eh? It's like
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, a lot of the stuff that WWE is doing is because I went over the WrestleMania card earlier, and Sheamus doesn't even have anything going on.
yeah.
I don't know. So why are they featuring him
I think
today?
AEW is more for the older guys like us, you know, where WWE might be for like the millennials or whatever. I'm not sure. Like just from what I see, I think it is more targeted toward like a younger audience.
Do you so do you follow both AEW and WWE?
Yeah, I follow both. I follow like all wrestling. I'm a fan of all wrestling, but obviously I haven't been able to watch as much recently. I don't know if I even want to make an effort to watch more now. I'd rather just get involved in a lot of the things I'm doing. But it's WrestleMania season, so I just wanted to
Oh yeah.
see. I wanted to see if how Cody Rhodes would be
I'm
implemented.
about ready to ask you if you heard the rumor.
Yeah,
Yeah. All indications is he's going to be taking on well, what's it? Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is the best thing about Raw right now, in my opinion.
You think so?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I love his crazy laugh and his dancing. He's like,
Oh God.
He turns into the Joker. I love it. It's like I like that crazy stuff. It's like when Sting became the Joker Sting for a while, and when Matt Hardy became Broken Matt Hardy. I just love that's why I like wrestling. I like the craziness.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore, dude. I'm telling you.
When it goes off the wall, the craziness is like what I'm a fan of. I think what brought me into wrestling back in the early 90s is the Ultimate Warrior. When Papa Shango came out, Papa Shango like put a curse on the Ultimate Warrior, and then the Ultimate Warrior puked. There's a website called WrestleCrap, and I think that's
WrestleCrap. I've never heard of that one.
You never heard of WrestleCrap?
No.
Oh, well, WrestleCrap is like basically all the stuff that I like about wrestling, like all the crap, the stuff that they think is just horrible. But I love the horrible. I love the cheesiness. It's like,
well,
I love,
you mentioned the Ultimate Warrior. It's funny because a lot of the wrestling purists could not understand any of his promos at all. But anybody that loved or followed him and liked him understood exactly what he was saying.
It's like certain politicians, we won't mention any names here, that are very polarizing. I saw a funny meme where people were talking about the war situation, and it said the world has never been more divided. And they show the picture of Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6. There was like a real division of who supported the Ultimate Warrior and who supported Hulk Hogan.
Oh yes. And but the WWE just didn't care for the Ultimate Warrior. They thought he was a flash in the pan, and it's a
as an afterthought. But I think during the time they were pushing the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think the revisionist in WWE tends to be very big on its revisionist history. They like to rewrite history. So I think that the Warrior, after the fact, they tried to bury him more than really he needed to be buried, I think.
Absolutely. Yes, they did. They did.
Yeah.
And even the second and third time he came back too. I'm happy they put him into the Hall of Fame before he passed on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird though. They put him in the Hall of Fame, and then they came out the Raw after WrestleMania, and you can just tell something was off because his mask was on crooked.
Yeah.
And then the next day or 2 days later, he died. It's like, holy crap.
That was kind of shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. So WrestleMania is going to be 2 nights, and I think that's a good thing that they split up into 2 nights. I don't think they should have it 4 hours both night. I think they should have it 3 hours both night.
I'm going to bring this downstairs. I'm just going to walk downstairs. You keep talking there. And just
okay. All right.
You got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods coming down.
Xavier Woods, yeah. Yeah, you heard what happened or saw what happened to
I saw that. Like I was watching it when it happened too. That was
so was I. I was like I was chatting with somebody online. I was like, holy crap, did you see that? They said
I saw the bump he took, and then my next morning I saw him on Twitter and he had a broken neck. Yeah.
Well, I knew something was up after he took that bump because they didn't show him anymore.
Yeah, they didn't show him anymore. Yeah.
I said something serious. Because if it was a work day, they'd have
that guy there they're on TV right now, the new guy.
Yeah.
He I don't know if he's in crap now because like he, like that's the thing about wrestling. Hey, if a guy hurts another guy,
Mm-hmm.
that's it for them. Like
Oh
it can be
yeah.
like there are some guys that you thought they were pushing them to the moon, but they hurt a lot of people.
Yep.
An example of that would be Ahmed Johnson. He was a guy they were really pushing, and going to make him like the next Hulk Hogan type of star. But
Yep.
because he hurt people in the ring,
And plus, he was a jerk. He was a jerk outside the ring too.
Oh yeah. Well, sometimes I guess they can go to their head, eh? Like
because a couple months ago, I think it was, Mark Henry was on Stone Cold's podcast.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's talking about Ahmed Johnson. Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
And Henry
Mark
saying
Henry, he seems like a really cool guy.
oh yeah.
And Mark Henry's awesome.
Yeah, he says he doesn't drink. He says he drank one time when he was in college and he got really sick, and he talks about this on the show on a podcast, and prayed to God. He says, if you let me survive this night, I'll never drink again. And since then, he's never touched alcohol. And he was out after a match or something out to eat with Ahmed and somebody else, and Ahmed put a roofie or something in his drink, tried to drug him.
Oh.
And he called him out. He said, I'm waiting outside. You want to take this outside? Let's do it. Get it over with. This is not right. He said they never come outside. He just left. He took the rental car and left.
So now they went to Paul Heyman here in a car. I don't know if the lactacy is like I'm getting the same time you are.
Yeah, I just got it. Yeah.
I love though that SmackDown is on broadcast TV.
Yes.
Here's Roman. Roman's actually really come into his own recently.
Oh, because of Paul.
Yeah.
Once Paul took over.
Heel gimmick. He yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a guy, I like the heels when they could be like a really great entertaining heel.
Yes. Let's see what he has to say here. There's a plug. Did they say where they were?
I don't know. I don't know which city they're in.
No, I mean, are they driving in the car or sitting in the parking lot? Did they say?
They didn't say. They just show them in the car.
Because Brock's waiting in the green room.
Now the opening segment last week, and it's like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, who are kind of like, I don't know. We've seen this one before, but they're in a lot better now.
Like, oh yeah,
they're just way better now. Like Brock is Cowboy Brock it's just hilarious, and with Roman Reigns is Acknowledge Me Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Do you?
So we got Ronda Rousey coming out now.
Do you listen to Jim Cornette at all?
I do from time to time, not always, but I mentioned that last time. Yeah,
I love listening to his reviews of all this stuff.
I enjoy his insight. Yeah, as long as he sticks to wrestling and stays out of politics, it's usually entertaining, right?
Yes, exactly. He can't stand Ronda Rousey smiling. Oh my, he can't stand that.
But the thing is, with Cornette, you got to take everything he says as a grain of salt. Some fans will just take it like so to heart. Oh, Cornette said this, or Mesner says this.
Yes.
Yeah, who cares?
But no, he can't stand her smiling, and I guess it's been she smiles because Vince told her to smile more.
No, really?
Yeah, and I think he did that because a lot of times it was hard for her to not crack a smile. So he said, "Hey, instead of you trying not to smile, just smile all the time." That's what I think.
Well, when she came in, she didn't smile, right?
No.
But now she's. But the thing is, what I see with Ronda Rousey is she was someone who was a fan before, like when she did her. She was a longtime fan. Obviously, she was a huge fan of Roddy Piper.
Yes.
And so she's like an old school fan going all the way back, and she's one of those rarities. Compare that to Brock Lesnar, who's not really a fan, doesn't really watch, but she would watch, and she knew about wrestling. So
yep,
I think that gives her that edge I guess, to be in wrestling. And also, it appears that she's happy being there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Brock, it appeared that he was happy to get his check, right? Like it wasn't. I don't know if that was like a work though, and if it was a great work because it made people angry at Brock because he didn't even care to be there. He's just there for a paycheck. And he even said,
Mhm.
"I'd rather be working in the UFC than being here." And this is like your top guy saying that, right?
Yeah. A lot more travel time, but a lot less getting beat up time than the UFC. That's for certain. So, hey,
Yeah,
quick question for you. So, how are you able to get the USA Network
USA
over the
Network.
air? Yeah, over the air stuff.
I'm getting Fox over the air.
Yeah, I mean for Raw. I mean for
For Raw, I can I actually get it with my satellite dish.
okay.
And
So a satellite dish. You mean like a
I have a
uh,
big satellite dish, like a C-band satellite dish.
okay, and then 6 footers or whatever they're called, five
That's an
footers,
8-footer. Yeah, an 8-footer. I have an
8 footers.
8-footer,
Okay.
and I will watch Monday Night Raw. I can watch SmackDown, but the thing is, I can actually with SmackDown, I can just watch it with the over-the-air antenna.
Yeah.
So it's just easy enough to just tune on Fox.
So
Uh,
then with Raw with your big antenna, do you have to pick it up from like other countries or how do you?
I guess it's on the transatlantic satellite, which is 55 West. So that's like a satellite that they use that particularly for is to send the live feed for Raw and SmackDown. They don't do the pay-per-views, all that's encrypted, but for
Okay.
Raw and SmackDown. And that was like at one point, that was the only reason why I wanted cable is to watch Raw and SmackDown. And I didn't
Yeah,
like why
yeah,
pay $100 a month for cable to watch two shows. At one time, I set it up at my parents' house. They had cable back in the analog days when you could set the
yeah,
VCR to record. You'd set it for a timer for the VCR. So I
yeah,
used to
yeah, yeah.
just record it and then go when I went to my parents' house every couple of weeks. I would just grab the tape and watch it at home.
Oh yeah,
I missed it live, but I would still see it because I was figuring I'm not paying for cable.
exactly. Yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, there's my girl Charlotte. Oh, I think she's awesome. She's the best thing going right now in WWE. She's the best bitch heel that ever was, and she's easy on the eyes too. I'm a single guy. I can say that. You're married. You can't say that.
It reminds me of that fight they had when when Rousey had the fight with Becky Lynch, and for some reason the police decided to put them both in the back of the same squad car, and then they start fighting in the squad car. That was like awesome. That was like level of like Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin when they had that big fight in the grocery store that time.
Yes.
That was epic. What else was epic? When Broken Matt Hardy did the Great War match. This was on Impact Wrestling,
See,
and I
I don't,
started
I don't, I
watching.
don't get Impact. I don't even know when it's on or where it is. I have no idea.
I think it's on streaming. If you have like a Roku
Yeah.
TV or a Roku device or a lot of these streaming apps, there's actually an Impact Wrestling channel that's streaming 24/7, and it shows like pay-per-view events and all sorts of
Really?
stuff from years ago. It has like when Mick Foley was around in
Yeah.
Impact Wrestling and Ric Flair and Hogan and all sorts of stuff. So there's tons of wrestling you can find online if you find like streaming apps that will have it. It was on satellite for a while, but that it seems to be like with wrestling, it's kind of on and off satellite. It's all in different areas.
But don't they have a weekly show still somewhere?
Oh yeah,
Impact?
yeah. They're on. In Canada, we have a channel called the Fight Network. I'm not sure if it's still around. And
Okay.
that company, which is Anthem, they bought Impact Wrestling. So then they got
Okay.
the whole library, and so yeah, Rousey's cutting the promo here.
Yeah, let's see what it has to say.
We could be the B team commentators, Andrew, because I find commentators they have now are not. I'm from a high standard era where we had Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon and
Oh
the
yes,
King
oh yes.
and
I hate Pat McAfee. God, I
yeah.
can't stand him. Oh, there's Charlotte. There's my girl.
There she goes, knocking the hometown. I can hear her coming through your mic, though, Andrew.
Oh yeah, okay.
She has very white teeth, Charlotte.
Yes. Obviously, she dyes them.
And ooh, she drops the mic, and yeah, the commentators. AEW has kind of like the voice of my childhood. It has Jim Ross,
Jim
and it
Ross
also has
and
Shivani.
Tony. Yeah,
Shivani's
Tony.
like Tony Schiavone, and yeah. So I think that's what one thing I think AEW has going for it, and I just
And that and
find
CM Punk
more-
and then MJF the last few weeks, last few months, that was fantastic.
Oh really? I didn't.
Oh
I
my
didn't.
God, was that? I mean, the build up, everything to it was fantastic. Yeah.
There's
That was
Brock.
about the
There's
only thing.
Cowboy Brock.
You're a few seconds ahead of me. There he is.
I wonder how much Vince McMahon tells me. Like, I don't know. One thing of WrestleMania, and I think it's always the stupidest, most Vince McMahon booking is okay. Build up WrestleMania. Have the babyface vandalize the heel's property every WrestleMania. Smash his car. And like,
yes.
I never get that. That's the Vince McMahon. Like, have the heel have the babyface vandalize the heel's property. I mean, to me, I don't think that doesn't. I don't know. I don't get that.
Happens every year. Now, Ricochet. See, I go back and forth about Ricochet. I don't really care for all of his acrobatics. I think he's one hell of an athlete, and he does everything pretty good, but way too Mexican jumping beanish. She's always jumping around, and slow down a little bit. Now, I'm also looking at the card for WrestleMania, and he's not on it.
He's not on it, eh?
No.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at the card, so I don't know what's going on. Do they have a Battle Royal this year?
If they do, I'm not seeing it on here.
No, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard it announced, so.
Right now, as of 2 days ago, the card is Charlotte and Ronda on night one, Becky and Bianca on night one, Stone Cold and KO, which that's going to be a trouncing for KO. Basically, it's a KO show. It's not an actual match.
Yeah.
Then you got
Well,
the Miz
still, Steve
and Logan
Austin's at, what,
Paul.
60 years old now? Well, no, he
Steve is
wouldn't be
my
that old.
age, so I'm 55, so he's my age.
Okay, sorry, not that old, but yeah, 55. He's been,
give or take a year. He's my age. Yeah, Steve is.
yeah.
Stone Cold is. Let's see. Night 2, Brock, and then Edge and AJ, which ought to be the match of the weekend, I think.
Edge and AJ, yeah.
Then Johnny Knoxville is on against Sami Zayn. Oh God, it's a disgrace. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory, another disgrace. Yeah, and then RK Bro versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy.
They don't really have a lot of like bringing in guys like the 50-year-old guys, like Goldberg, and like taking a young guy's spot this year. They don't have that as much like as years before.
But they have like Johnny Knoxville taking somebody's spot. Pat McAfee.
Yeah, Pat McAfee and Johnny Knoxville.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
The Miz and Logan Paul taking on Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Now, yeah, I think they have some things that I'm just not into. Like,
do you watch NXT at all?
I don't. That's it. I probably would enjoy NXT more.
Okay, I don't watch it very often, but they have a couple of the champ right now is Rick Steiner's son. They call him
Braun. I haven't seen that guy, but I'd like to see him. Yeah,
Broman or something like that. He's good. He's good. And then Tommaso Ciampa. Holy moly! You talk about good.
Oh yeah,
he is fantastic. Why he's not on Mania somewhere is beyond me. But hey, I don't book it.
Yeah,
they think because they get Logan Paul, Johnny Knoxville, and Pat McAfee, they're going to get more people to get it. No, sorry, they're not.
Yeah, it's like so. Back on Seth, but I heard the rumors that they're going to bring back Bray Wyatt to face Seth too. That was another rumor.
I don't know. Heard that one. See, because I read the other day that that Bray is obviously he got released, but who was the girl that was going to be taking what's her face's place?
Not Liv Morgan, the one that looks like Liv Morgan.
Yeah. The same way that someone looked like her. Yeah. You read that too, or saw that too? Yeah.
Not Halle Berry, but I mean.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who it is?
Yeah.
And then Alexa Bliss, she just disappeared again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because of the whole Fiend thing and Bray being released, I don't even know what happened behind the scenes. I don't
know either.
Caught up on what's going on.
She was there for Alexa Bliss was there for when they went overseas to the Saudi Arabia. She was there for that. Then was there, then left. And you haven't talked to her about.
So is that where they had the women to wear like T-shirts and dress more modestly because it was in Saudi Arabia? Really? Yeah. Okay, I haven't seen that. I think I saw them in the T-shirts wrestling and stuff like that. Where I think it was the first time actually they had women in the Saudi Arabia. Maybe they had it before, like last year.
They did. The first match that they had with the women was who's the blondie that got pregnant? That's supposed to be Ric Flair. Supposed to got her pregnant for the show purposes, but then she got pregnant in real life, so she had to go. What was her name? About a year or two ago, she was fighting with Charlotte.
Blondie that was fighting with Charlotte.
The Southern Belle chick. What was it?
Okay. Yes. Gosh, I'm not remembering names right now, but I know you're talking about. She's in the military. She was in the U.S. military.
Yes. But her and I think it was Natalia did the first women's match over there a couple years ago. Okay. Yeah, I think it was her Natalia.
Natalia, Natalia, she's a groundbreaker. So yeah.
Yeah, and Natalia is now teaming up with Shayna Baszler. If you didn't know that.
Yes, I saw that on Raw this Monday. I probably missed it for a bunch of Mondays with the cold weather. Mm-hmm. That's the thing with my satellite dish. When it gets so cold, the actuator, I have it parked on a particular satellite, and I don't. Normally, I will go on YouTube and watch the wrestling highlights.
Yeah,
and they'll have like Raw and condensed in 40 minutes instead of 3 hours, basically.
Yes. Get rid of
or you can find wherever Botchamania is posting their videos, and you'll see all the botches from previous
Botchamania.
Mondays.
I've never heard of that one either.
You
Botchamania.
haven't heard? Oh, really? They used to be on YouTube, but I guess they got kicked off because of copyright issues. And they were on Daily Motion. I don't know where they are now.
Okay.
Daily Motion, if you remember Daily Motion, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But they would take like the botches were like the mistakes in wrestling.
Yep.
When they said the wrong thing or just made a boo boo in wrestling, they would highlight it on Botchamania, and it's just fun to watch. Seeing people screw up and doing what they do is always a fun thing, I guess.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So we got. Oh gosh, I don't even. Who are these guys?
Ricochet, and is that? Oh yeah, that's one of the Mexican heartthrob guys. I don't even know.
That's the problem with WWE. They got guys. They're great athletes. Take nothing wrong.
Oh, absolutely are. Yeah.
But I don't think they have the charisma to be like. They don't have the charisma to be a Rowdy Piper. Or
no.
Or to be, and I'm sounding really old. I should make myself sound a little bit newer for anyone watching. You think Attitude Era, not the 80s era.
Yes.
Steve Austin or a Rock,
The Rock, yeah. Back then, I mean, they had guys that would just talk and just the way they talked.
Yeah, the talk. And these guys, they don't overly. I would say this guy that he actually does have the charisma, but it has to be channeled the right way, I guess. Like he takes a selfie with
Austin Theory. God, I hate him. God, I do not like him.
Oh, this is not Austin Theory?
That's not Austin Theory. No.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I know you're talking Austin Theory. I can't stand him.
Basically, he's playing the arrogant guy, right? The arrogant heel.
Yeah.
Kind of like Shawn Michaels was at one point, like when Shawn Michaels was really good when he was young and hungry. Who's the arrogant heel? Rick Martel used to be the arrogant heel at one point and did it really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a classic heel guy. Oh yeah, I don't know if you you're probably saddened to hear that Scott Hall, Razor Ramon passed. I was sad to see that. I actually felt I shed a tear for that. And what made me break that shed a tear is I was on Twitter and I saw Sean Waltman posted he's gone, and I'm like, oh, I started breaking down, thinking of that and how the early Monday Night Raw match between him, Scott Hall, and the 1-2-3 Kid, and something I never saw in wrestling before is the jobber had an upset, and how that was like such a huge thing.
It's funny you say that because this might even be before your time. Remember the Mulkeys?
No, I don't.
No,
remember.
Okay. Well, they were on the WCW before it was WCW. It was the NWA,
the NWA,
Superstation TBS.
Yeah,
they were the job tag team. They were twin brothers, real blonde hair, real thin. They used to bring them out all the time against the Road Warriors, against everybody else, and they call them the Mulkeys.
The Mulkeys, okay, not the Cole twins, the Mulkeys.
Mulkeys,
okay.
And I guess they did so many jobs, and they just get their butts beat all the time. They let them win one match, and I think it was against the Midnight Express.
Midnight Express, yeah.
And it's funny to hear Jim Cornette tell the story, because then the week after he come out and said it was instead of Hulkamania, they call it Mulkymania is going on, rampant wild, running wild around here. Just to hear him tell stories about those guys is funny. So, and because once again, I listen to Jim Cornette. Once again, I don't care for his politics, but his stories are great.
Oh yeah, he's a great storyteller.
Listen to his story about his mama, about Mama Cornette.
Oh yeah,
probably the biggest, baddest heel ever in the industry, who never got on television. To hear him tell a story about his mother is great, fantastic. So I suggest, it takes about a half hour to listen to it, but it's great.
Really? I would have time, yeah.
Because they had make up somebody to make people hate Jim Cornette even more. So he made up his mother,
That was
Mama
his
Cornette.
early. I remember he talked about his mother a lot. Like
Mama
he was supposed to
Cornette.
be like a spoiled, like that was his gimmick in the
Yes,
early days. Of
yes,
spoiled
yes,
mama's boy. If you watch some of
yes,
the older NWA clips and all that
exactly.
stuff, you can find it on YouTube now. It's
Oh
great.
yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
is great for like an infinity of
yep.
wrestling. I found AWA from 1982, and it was
Oh
really good.
wow.
Then they had Hogan. Like basically, AWA in 1982 was WWF in 1984.
Yes,
Like it
because
was
everybody went
a
over.
lot of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, Jesse
and
Ventura, when he was still wrestling, and yeah, it was
Jesse
quite
the
good then.
Body. Oh yeah.
If you get bored, if you're watching wrestling today and you get bored, just do a YouTube search for AWA in the early '80s when it was good. Apparently, it was. I read that in Pro Wrestling Illustrated too. That they said that it was the top wrestling promotion in the early '80s, and the NWA was like the top shortly after that, and then in '84 WWF became number one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So okay, got a commercial on. So how's your Saturday night shows going? Do you do it every Saturday night?
I don't do it every Saturday night. I just do it like I at one point I thought I would, but I'm just I work a lot of hours now, so I'm just before I was like a part timer, and
Mm-hmm.
I was not. I had a lot more time on my hands, so uh, just to prep for the live stream and all that. I don't do that as much, but what I do is I have a Discord group, and we
Okay.
all chat together in our Discord server for
I
free
heard of
satellite.
Discord for the first time. At least I think it was the first time the other day. I said, "What is Discord? Is it a streaming platform?"
No, Discord's like a chat room. It's like
Okay.
IRC, but there's voice and video chat as well. Like it's basically, I don't know if you remember the old chat rooms from way
Yep.
back in the day.
Yep.
It,
Yep.
it
Yep.
kind of has
Yep.
a root in that, but also you can have like video and voice chat and screen share. It's meant for gamers, but I guess a lot of other communities are jumping on that.
Oh
And
wow.
I have like several social media platforms for my over the air antenna and satellite TV stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And and YouTube are like the big tech things where I got a lot of followers and I got a lot of people interacting. Discord is like it's a very distant third, but I think I have more interaction and engagement with Discord because of that live chat.
Do you do anything with Twitch?
I have Twitch, but I just find I'm not very big on Twitch.
Well, you have to get there. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, well,
as
it's
big as
because
you are on YouTube.
I'm not consistently streaming, so it's that's
Because
probably
with
part of
with
it.
with Twitch, and I'm not at that point yet, but what people are telling me, and other people I've talked to, and just stuff that I've researched, it's easier to make money on Twitch than it is on YouTube.
Mm,
Without you don't need nearly as many followers on
right.
Twitch. That's what people are saying. So I mean, and I don't know because you use Streamlabs if I recall, don't you not? Is that what?
Yes, I do.
Because with
Um,
Streamlabs you can do Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
yeah,
That's what I'm doing now, just to build up my Twitch a little bit, so I can. That's why I can just come on tonight because I need to get a couple hours more, so I can get that part of it to be monetized. Then I just got to get more followers.
yeah. I have seen people that they've used Twitch, and then they built quite a following on Twitch too.
Oh yeah, I guess
Um,
there was an article that came out a couple of months ago. I forget where people were talking about it. Some girl, she's in her early 20s, streams 10 to 12 hours a day on Twitch. What she streams, I don't know, but it's nothing pornographic or X-rated or R-rated, just stream stuff. And she's making over $1 million a month. And she's extremely depressed because she says, my whole life is on there. I'm wanting to say, girl, do it for 12 months. Even if you make half what they're saying, you're gonna have 5-6 mil in the bank and you're set for life.
take a break, and yeah,
Yeah. And then just go off social media completely. You're set for life. Suck it up for a year there, Toots.
I
Believe me,
don't
when you
know if
get
it's
my
I
age.
don't know if you're familiar with this ASMR stuff.
Oh
Is that what
yeah.
you do?
Oh
Uh,
yes.
a lot of very attractive women do that, and it's just like I don't know. What I would say about that, I had a school teacher. She would talk to me and help me with my work, but she had one of those voices that just gave you tingles, right?
Oh,
For
yes.
sweet voice. And then that's what I would say ASMR is. Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
just get the
exactly.
hair
Oh,
sting.
yeah.
And I've seen some and they're making, and I think there's some there that are making livings doing it, right?
Well, when you go on, especially on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday night, at least in my time, it's 10, 11 o'clock, you go on. And they used to have, Twitch does, I don't know if they still do it or not, because I haven't done it for a while. They used to have a channel dedicated to ASMR. And so you go on there and they have all these attractive younger girls. I mean, everybody's younger than I am. All these younger girls just licking and breathing from one side of this, because they had like two microphones,
Yeah,
breathing
and
on
they're
one
just
side
doing
and going
things. I
back
guess
and
the people
forth.
will get that.
And they have thousands
those-
upon thousands
yeah.
of followers. I was like, you guys are all horny pervs. Come on now. What the heck?
But
What
it's
in the
not really
world?
porn. It's just
No, it's not. But I was like, what the heck, guys?
it's the sweet company of a woman that I guess men want, right? Like,
And I like to because I'm more into live streaming and podcasting now. And one of my favorite things to do is go around from channel to channel and see if I can figure out what kind of microphone and equipment they use.
well, yeah. The funny thing is, I bought a decent one and it died on me, and now I'm back to using like my Guitar Hero mic.
Which one would you get?
I don't know. I got like one of the. It's not a what's the microphone that's really popular?
The SM7B?
No,
You
no,
sure
the USB
SM7B?
the USB mic, the Blue Yeti
Oh, Blue
USB
Yeti.
microphone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Yeti.
It was basically like the cheap version of that, but it had like a mic stand and all that. Actually, I'll show you what I got here on my setup. So you can see behind me, my computer is Darth Vader.
Okay.
So I got one of those, those cranes there for the microphones, and that's actually my Guitar Hero microphone connected to it.
Okay.
One of those type things. But actually, they're really handy because I used to have a desk mic doing my audio, and then you could hear me like every time I moved, you'd hear it on the streams or on like I just use OBS and like just do screen tutorials and stuff like that.
See, the few times I've tried OBS, I've downloaded and tried it. It crashed my system every time.
Oh, really?
I had to uninstall it. I'm like, you know what? I don't understand
it's not
OBS
working
at
for
all.
you.
No.
I'm using it all the time, and it's so solid and stable. Like for my church, for example, they asked, they're looking for a live stream, and they got like a whole crew of people together, and I was the one that kind of put it together. And all it really is one video capture device, which is like $60.
Mm-hmm.
And OBS, and they had a camcorder already, so I just plugged in HDMI camcorder, and we got a live stream service, and I make it look community television production level, I guess, which is enough decently for what basically like we paid like maybe $200 to really get all the stuff that we needed to get it up and going.
Right.
So we got Sami Zhang doing a promo here.
Oh yeah. See, I'm also doing a voiceover work now, so I have a voiceover booth. Let me if I can get this video up here, and so I can show it to you. How does this all work? Only a second here. Wait till he's done with this promo and get my video up here and see if I can get it on the screen so you can see it as well.
McAfee. Right. It's Michael Cole that really, I don't know. He's no Bobby Heenan. Michael Cole's no Bobby Heenan. He's no. Well, there's Austin Theory hit McAfee. Maybe they'll bring the King out now. Or even Bruce Pritchard as Brother Love. That would be great.
Oh, that would be great. Yes.
With Bruce Pritchard, the way he does like the podcast, you think he'd make a great commentator, eh?
Oh my gosh.
And here comes
Uh-oh. Oh, the boss. See, I like the boss. I don't like her teaming too much with the Glow Girl. Does I call her Glow Girl? Naomi, even though I think Naomi is ultra talented, but she has too much of the cartoonish stuff going on.
Well, they both kind of are cartoonish. I think their characters are geared toward kids today. Like
Yeah.
a high emphasis on them is like to be geared, and maybe that's a good thing. I mean, from a marketing standpoint, where WWE is,
Mm-hmm.
where they want to market toward kids, they want to sell action figures, and I imagine these characters, they look like the dolls, like the Bratz dolls or something like that. Is what I say. I don't know. That's not as popular anymore. What my daughter, she's 9, so she likes LOLs. They kind of look like LOLs.
Okay.
Which is like kind of like the toy kids play with now. And now they're back to commercial.
Okay. All right. So can you see that on the screen?
Yeah, I see your YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. This is my setup now. Can you hear that?
Rearranged everything just to give you
Can
guys
you hear that?
I do
Okay.
hear you. Yeah.
quick understanding of view of it. There's my my backdrop. This is where everything on my work happens. Of course, the 2 screens. My podcast mixer over there, microphone, and my new light bar I just did, light rig, and I got a new camera I'll be putting up here soon as well. But basically, I had a bunch of old PVC pipe at home, so I strung it together. Had a couple of what do they call these tripods? Put them together. Here's the view you get from the camera view right there. That's what you get from me. All right, so
Those are handy
okay,
tripods
so
too.
also in the same room over here,
This is my
I
voiceover
got
booth.
my what they call a hobo fort, my voiceover studio, and I'll give you a tour of that. But basically, I have the wires going from my computer, which is back here, all right, and it goes behind my backdrop, and some of the wires come over here into the studio. So let me take you into my studio. Here you go. This is the studio, and I have my little sliding door. Opens up, and here you go. And that's it. That's my podcast, my voiceover studio.
And that's where the magic happens.
Got the
Oh yeah, you got
microphone,
the PVC
got
pipe
the,
there.
Scarlett Solo. It's got
Yep.
a screen.
And the sound is
And,
so much
my
different
desk.
inside there than it is in the
That's
room
it.
I'm sitting in now.
Yeah, you eliminate the echo off the walls, eh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
And I need that when I do
inside even.
voiceover work because
Turn
that's
on
what
my
people
lights
want.
here.
But that's basically the
The
setup
lights
that I have.
come inside.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like, that's my weakness is I can't tell sound. Like I can't tell decent audio from bad audio. And it happens in our church services where it's so brutal because the mixer, the way the service sounds with the mixer doesn't sound the same way online. So sometimes the person singing's mic is a lot hotter than the instrument, so it sounds really bad. Like you hear their
Mhm.
voice and it sounds bad, but it's not really them sounding bad. It's just the way it's being all mixed and the way it's
Oh
going
yeah.
out to,
Yeah.
out to YouTube. Yeah, that's my weakness though is sound. I'm like,
Well, maybe doing a
I don't have an
voiceover.
ear for sound.
Me doing a voiceover, I'm more in tune to that now than I was a year ago.
Oh,
I
okay,
started
yeah.
doing it last summer, and so holy moly, that's why I've researched a lot with mics and the camera you saw in the video. I got a different camera now. I got a Razor camera, and it's a lot sharper than the other one I had.
Oh, yeah.
And with the lights, but the microphones, yeah, the and the microphones that I use are cheapies. I haven't upgraded to the new ones yet. So, but the one I have in my booth is called a Shure SM58, and it is the old tried and true one. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And it's about $100 microphone. And the one I'm using here, this is a Behringer XM 8500. It's called. It's about $20.
Oh,
And
yeah.
basically, it's still the same as the Shure. But
Yeah,
for
that's
my
weird thing is-
purposes, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do for my purposes here.
Yeah.
Because aesthetically, it's just not what I want. But
Oh, okay.
sound wise, I guess it sounds okay. You hear
I
me
hear
okay,
you
don't
fine.
you?
I hear you
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, but also I said, as I just stated, I'm not good at telling what's good audio or bad audio.
Yeah. Well, when I hear the playbacks, I'm thinking, ooh. But because I have all the windows in this room and acoustically, it's not very good. So
Yeah.
for live streaming, that's why I do my stuff in the other room.
So we're back to Cole and McAfee here.
Yep. Okay. Oh, dude, I got to sign off. I got to let you go. I just got a text. I got to let you go.
All right.
All right. We
Have
will
a good
talk,
one. Next
talk again soon, buddy.
Yep.
All right.